Hi there, welcome to the I Ching Cafe. My name is Belinda Dubston and you are here with me for our weekly I Ching forecast for the week commencing the 5th of August 2024. Thank you so much for being here. If you've not yet done so, remember we are into the new month. Happy August, which means there's a new monthly forecast for you to tap into and work with. Very interesting energies of radiance again and darkening of the light. Very interesting combo. Let's see how it transpires for us this month. Last week, we had a locked hexagram, hexagram 9, the small tames, right? The small accumulates, all about how important the little things are. How important every little thing that we care for, that we look after, that comes into our lives. And so you might have found the week to be very busy and very full of lots of details, lots of little things, all demanding your attention, and it's feeling quite overwhelming to try and deal with everything and feeling maybe things are a little bit random and scattered. How are these things connected? How is all this work that I'm doing connected to what's really, really important? And this hexagram brings us the blessing and the strategy that the small little things are important because doing them well accumulates to the great. It's giving us permission to sweat the small stuff and immerse ourselves in all the little things that call for our attention. Just like a farmer looks after every plant, every head of cattle, every chicken, everything gets looked after when you're a farmer. So we were farmers last week. And I hope that you could see how the little things accumulated and really added value over the long term. If there was something that came up for you, as always, please do leave a comment. Love reading them. Okay, so this week, our first full week in August, as we work with the week of the 5th of August, what is the forecast for this week? What is the I Ching asking us to pay attention to? What is the thing that unites us all? That if we focus on this thing, we can overcome something significant collectively that we are all working through individually. And so our first hexagram for this week, I hate to say is a repeat. Yeah, it's hexagram 39, Obstruction. It's back. Okay, when I cast the coins and I saw this, I'm like, how do I tell the lovely I Ching people that hexagram 39 is back? Well, what can I say? It's back. And some of the changing lines are common to when we had it recently. And so clearly there's a repeat. There are cycles on the same issue or perhaps new levels or new issues that are coming to challenge us. So we've got to hang in there this week. Hexagram 39 is tough. Okay, it is tough. It's the boulder in the road. It's the obstacles we face. It's feeling stuck, hampered, held back, limping. Difficulties. I mean, if you cast your minds back a few weeks ago when we had this hexagram, I can remember from the comments, you go back and look at the comments on that episode, people were like, oh my goodness, this is just hard. And I felt that as the week was just, this is hard. But you know what? It's the weekly overview. It's not the monthly overview. Thank goodness. Let's take the blessing. Okay. Because what this hexagram is really bringing to us is bringing our awareness, tuning our focus into where we are obstructed, where we are injured, we're not at full tilt, we might be moving forward, but we are limping and we are feeling frustrated and hindered and hampered and just annoyed. Okay, so where you feel that frustration of wanting to push forward and you can't, and there's all these things blocking you, this hexagram has come to bring its blessing. Because every hexagram has a blessing, even the tough ones, like this one. Don't tell him. Okay. All right, so we work with this hexagram by finding creative ways around the problem. Okay. We recognize that when there's a boulder in the road, futile to bash our heads against the thing over and over. I mean, that's just the definition of insanity. Thanks, Einstein. So we recognize the way around it is the way. Okay, creative solutions. Think outside the box, think broader, think outside the path that you're currently on and recognize that there are lots of different routes to overcome this challenge. And what we're learning the muscle that we're building when this hexagram comes up is to be adaptable, agile, creative, okay, and never say die. But not saying never say die against the same old approach that is not working now. We also get helpers and friends, collaborators, partners, our network. We reach out to people who are skilled, experienced, wise, right, trusted advisors, and we call upon their expertise to find ways through. We call upon their network. We pick up the phone and we say, look, I've got this problem. Who do you know can help me with this problem? Or who do you know who's got through this problem before? Or who do I know who knows someone who knows? Okay, it's a pick up the phone and phone someone kind of hexagram, all right? And so that is how we overcome the challenge, not by getting stuck, caught up and miserable that this obstacle has come our way, but just getting on with finding other ways around it. Okay, we don't have to stop. We just have to get really creative. Now we have this week 3 changing lines. Okay, so this is action stations. Lots of change, lots of energy fluctuating in a very short space of time. In the first, third, and fourth positions. First and third positions are ones that we are familiar with. Those are the changing lines we had before. So let's get into how we can work with the change flows that are coming to give us little pops of specific energy to work with. In position 1, this changing line, you remember, is about feeling hampered and hindered and really frustrated about moving forward. And this line says, wait it out, withdraw, retreat. Think about the situation in a new way. Take time out, pull back, okay? It's not yet time. The time will come to move forward, but now is not the time, all right? So feeling hampered, don't let us get caught up in that emotion. What we need to do is withdraw, pull back, and find a better time. Use the opportunity to reframe internally how we're thinking about the situation and use it as a development opportunity, and then we can move forward when the time is right. In the third position, this line refers to wanting to go out and tackle an obstacle, right, outside your front door. There's a problem and you're going to go and get your pitchfork, okay, and run out and attack the monster, okay. But your home is left vulnerable when you aren't there because your family are not able to defend themselves. This is a symbol, right? And so you race after the problem, and what you do is you leave behind your vulnerables. And what we have to do with this line is say, no. If we wait it out and we batten the hatches, right, and we stoke up the fire and we make sure everyone's warm, see this really rustic cabin here with this wild monster outside, we batten down the hatches, okay, we wait it out. If we do this, the time will come and then the good comes because we waited it out, okay. So almost the situation reverses itself if we just give it the space to do that, okay. But we don't rush after the situation and try and fix the situation because we leave behind, unguarded, the things that are really important to us, our family. Okay, so that's a lovely story for us to think about this idea of wild animals, where wild things are. Okay, right, so in the fourth position, this refers to the risk of pushing on, okay, to push forward results in stepping into a situation that we have completely misjudged, miscalculated. We have assessed a situation as being an X factor of risk or an X size of completion. And what you do when you push forward, despite the obstacles giving you all the warning signs not to, what lands up happening, you fall into the situation and you go, oh my goodness, I totally misjudged this issue. It's bigger than I thought. It's scarier than I thought. I don't have the resources. I don't have the skills. It's not what I thought it would be. And here I am. Now I have to deal with the situation. And if I just paused and retreated a little bit, I would have not gone headlong into a huge challenge. Okay. So maybe what we do is we retreat. Okay. And all 3 changing lines this week are like, no, don't push forward, right? You might feel hampered. You might want to prove yourself and move forward and do it regardless. No. 3 warnings around not pushing forward. Are we going to get the message? And And this line in particular says pull back, retreat. All right, don't push forward. It's going to be okay. Just don't do this. Okay. The thing that you are judging or you've made an assessment on is not what it really is. Maybe it's like, I'm thinking of like a project scope. You think it's one thing, where you think the expectations of the client are one thing. And then you force the project to get going. And then once you get going, you realize the expectations are like 3 times the size, and you've signed like a fixed contract. Okay, now you have to deliver on the terms, because perhaps there hasn't been enough work to scope it or to get into the details or to, unpack it, whatever it might be. And here we are. We are stuck. Okay, we want to avoid that issue this week. So 3 very interesting, powerful warnings around pulling back, withdrawing, just taking it easy, not forcing the issue, not feeling compelled to move the boulder out the road. And we have this kind of hexagram and all 3 changing lines saying, retreat. Maybe we should have had the retreat hexagram 33 instead. But it's that kind of energy. Very loud, very clear. Our second hexagram, what this is transforming to, all these change points, where this is leading, and in a way, the sweet spot that if we put some energy into it, can be the way that it can move us through the difficulties of obstruction, hexagram 39, into a better place. And that is hexagram 17, following. This is a wonderful hexagram, okay? It's the hexagram of following your lode star, all right? Following the star of Bethlehem as the wise magi did, okay? Following the process of following what's really important to you, your higher purpose, your big goal that you're working towards, your core values, all right? The thing that's burning within you that you want to do, that you want to move forward, okay? And so what we do, the antidote, the way we move through this obstruction this week is we stay focused on our purpose, focused on what's important, focused on following the steps in front of us. This hexagram is a hexagram of trust. Let me tell you, I struggle with this issue, and you probably have the same problem, okay? Trusting the process, We get obstructed in hexagram 39 because we're trying to push the process and we're obstructed. But this hexagram is about trust the process. If we're being stuck or we're stuck behind a boulder, sometimes it is the greatest gift that can come to us because it prevents us from going down an avenue or taking an approach that is not for our highest and best. Very hard to see the blessings of obstruction when they come. We are conditioned to fix things, irrespective of whether they need to be fixed. All right, so when we work with hexagram 17, right, we recognize that we are following something that's important, right, that lodestar, that guiding star, that principle, but we are also putting one foot in front of the other. We are trusting the process. We are followers. We are following the star. We're not arguing with the star or stopping to ask for directions, so we are following the star. And we've all had that experience of being in that flow where you just put one foot in front of the other, and when you're needing the next step becomes clear. And when you need the next step becomes clear. And it's just getting into that energy this week, okay? Reconnecting with that invisible hand that is guiding and shaping your steps forward. Trusting that process, by whatever name you want to give it, trusting it to guide you forward. So we can work with follow the star, trust the process, overcome obstacles with friends, okay? Creative solutions, and taking time out until a better time to tackle the issues. So I hope that this gives us something really wonderful to work with, that in the process of following, okay, learning how to follow and mastering that within ourselves, that there are some obstacles we permanently overcome. This might be an issue that's been sitting with you for a very, very long time. And this is the week where we can actually look at it, reflect, withdraw from the issue, from fighting it, but really strategize a powerful way of overcoming it with the help of friends and loved ones who are there to support us. We can do it. Whatever the obstacles that are with us this week, we can do it. Think of this hexagram whenever you feel stuck and injured and limping and hampered and irritated and frustrated. When all those images come up for you, those emotions, just say, bold on the road. We've got this. We can find a way through. There's a strategy of how we can deal with it by pulling back, getting helpers, and finding creative ways through, following the star. Okay. So thank you so much. Please like or share if this was meaningful for you and for someone else. And of course, subscribe, hit the bell, or hit the follow button if you'd like to get the episodes into your app as they are published. I look forward to seeing you again soon at our next weekly forecast to see where is the I Ching going to take us next. Let's see.